Hello everyone. So today we'll start with application of moment of inertia. So the first application is moment of inertia of a ring. Now as you have seen in definition or even we have derived one formula, I is summation of mi ri square. Okay. So now using that formula we can find moment of inertia of any object like a ring, disc, cylinder, solid cylinder, hollow cylinder and many more. Okay, so now here one in your syllabus there are two applications given to you. So the first is moment of inertia of uniform ring. So now see this diagram. The ring is shown over here and this is the axis of rotation about which the ring is going to rotate. Now if you consider particle over here or here or here, all are at equal distance, say r. Okay, say r, that is the radius of the ring. Now so if you consider particle is here, so the distance will be r from the axis of rotation to particle. If you consider here it is r, if you consider here, if even though on this other points the same is the distance r, because the ring is a uniform. So now directly you can write by the your definition, moment of inertia for this ring will be given by I is equals to m into distance square, so that is m into r square. So I is equals to mr is the moment of inertia of the ring, but when the ring is passing through the center of mass of that ring, then only you can apply this formula I is equals to mr square. Now let us see the next application. Next application is moment of inertia of a uniform disc. Okay, now you have to take here a disc, like you can say a CD. So CD, but its thickness is very less, so you can consider another 10 number of CDs, so that it forms a disc-like structure. Okay, so now in this case what you are going to study, now see, surface density will be given by sigma is equals to m upon a, that is mass upon area. Okay, like normal density, how you define? Mass upon volume. So this surface density we are defining, so it will be mass upon surface area A. So sigma is m upon A. Now consider the disc. Uniform disc will be of mass m, radius is r, rotating about an axis which is perpendicular. See, this is the disc, this is the axis which is passing through center of mass of the disc, and this axis is perpendicular to the plane of diagram. Okay, so sigma will be given. Now you have to apply this formula for this diagram. So sigma will be mass m, area for this disc you will consider in a circular form, so that is pi r square. Okay, now next here what you have to consider, now consider, if you consider this is a disc, the disc will have number of concentric circles. So just consider one circle, concentric circle, whose thickness is dr and whose radius will be smaller. Okay, so in this case what will be the area of this ring, concentric ring? So that will be 2 pi r circumference into your thickness dr, so 2 pi r into dr. So area for this inner ring, that is the concentric circle, will be 2 pi r dot dr. Then what will be the surface density? Mass upon area. So mass for this ring will be, say consider small dm upon area is this 2 pi r dot dr. So from this equation mass will be given by, from this equation mass will be given by 2 pi r sigma dr. Now just you have to take this term over here, so you will get this equation. Now then by moment of inertia, what is the formula for moment of inertia? I is equals to integration r square dm. Now I told you already when you will use integration, when it is a continuous distribution of mass. Okay, so now here there are n numbers of concentric circle. You don't know exactly how many are there, so we are going to use integration. Okay, so see here, integration of IR. Okay, but now you have to consider the limits. So what will be the limit? From the concentric circles are going to start from here, one by one these all circles are going to increase. So the limit will start from 0 to this radius of the circle. So first circle will start over here, axis of rotation at 0, and the last point is till where, till means कहाँ तक ये circle जाने वाले, till your radius r of that disc. Okay, so you will take I is equals to integration from 0 to r, IR. Okay, that is nothing but integration 0 to r. Then what is the value of IR? dm r square. Then what is the value of dm? From this equation, substitute over here. Now already you know whichever are the constant term, take it outside. Then in integration we will take of r. So this r square and this r becomes r cube. So integration 0 to r cube dr. So therefore I will be 2 pi sigma, this constant outside as it is, integration of r cube. You have to use here integration of x raised to n, that is x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1. So here n is 3. So r raised to 3 plus 1 is 4 upon 3 plus 1 will be 4. Okay. Then next what you will do? Substitute here value of sigma from the previous equation, means sigma is equals to m upon pi r square. You will substitute over here. So sigma will be m upon pi r square and this r square. Now here pi and pi will get cancelled. This r square and this r raised to 4 2 will get cancelled. So what is remaining? Only half m r square. This 1's are and this 2's are. So 1 by 2. Okay. So half mr square is the formula for moment of inertia of the disk. Okay. So in this way you can find formula for any given object, whether it is solid sphere, solid cylinder, hollow sphere, hollow cylinder, disk, ring. Okay. Now these are some mathematical example. Now next we will see where this moment of inertia is applicable in your day-to-day life. So let us start with it. So now this moment of inertia in your day-to-day life is applicable in or they are applied by the ice skaters or ice dancer or ballet dancer or acrobatic or aerobics one. The one who are performing such types of dance, they use this concept of moment of inertia. Now why they are using this concept? With this concept they can manage their speed, means they can increase their speed or decrease their speed by using this concept, that is moment of inertia. See now here this is for the ice dancer. Now see, when this ice dancer is rotating, okay, if she want to decrease her speed, so what she will do? She will stretch her hands outside. Now axis of rotation will be passing through her center. Okay, so this is the axis of rotation. Her hands are now outstretched. Okay, now when your particle is over here, axis of rotation will be here. So this distance is larger. Okay, means this distance is nothing but your r. Means your r is larger, then again its square means it is again more larger, and so your moment of inertia will be larger. Okay, and if your moment of inertia is larger, then by further you will see how this omega becomes small. Okay, then this concept omega becomes small you will study in your conservation of angular momentum. Okay, then another one over here is, if she want to increase her speed, okay, if she want to increase her speed, what she will do? She will fold her hands. Okay, then what happened again? Here this is the axis of rotation, particles are here, means this axis of rotation and this particle, this distance r becomes less. If r becomes less, I will become less. Okay, and if I becomes less, omega will become larger. Why? Because this I and omega, that is angular speed and moment of inertia, these are inversely proportional. Okay, so when your I becomes larger, speed becomes smaller, and when I becomes, that is a moment of inertia becomes small, speed will become larger. Okay, means see, what is the meaning of moment of inertia? To provide opposition. If I is small, means your opposition is small, so you can move more faster and faster. If your I is larger, means opposition is larger, so you are able to move slower and slower. Okay, so these are some examples, means used by ice skaters, or you can say acrobat dancers, or even a person is sitting on a chair and so on. Okay, so these are some day-to-day applications of moment of inertia.